Welcome to the Georgia-Florida Baseball Show, brought to you by Georgia Showcase Baseball and its owner, Ben House. Ben, how we doing?
Doing good, Kevin. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm your host, Kevin Perkins, and today we have Coach Christopher Hardnett from Georgia Baseball Powerhouse, Redan High School. Christopher, how we doing?
I'm doing great, man. Good morning. How you guys doing? Kevin and Ben, how y'all doing today?
Great. Glad to get this thing going. Looking forward to talking to you. Legendary program, Redan High School in the Atlanta area. Today we're going to talk to Christopher about his 20-year career as an assistant coach there, how he got there, how a program stays on top for that long, and the high school travel ball relationships, along with why Coach Hardnett believes that teaching the youth through baseball is an important thing. And we're going to do all of that after this.
This is the Georgia-Florida Baseball Show, brought to you by Coach Ben House, with Kevin Perkins from Surrounded by Sports.
All right, we are back, and we want to thank Arden's Garden, Atlanta's premier spot for juices, smoothies, and plant-based foods, and our new sponsor, Towns, Davis, and Associates, LLC, attorneys at law winning millions, fighting for justice for you, and of course, Showcase Apparel, the fit for your team. Now, let's get into this. Coach, tell us a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind.
Yes, born and raised here in Atlanta, Georgia. I graduated from McNair High School in 1993. Where I played for a great coach by the name of Coach Dion Williams, who really taught me the game of baseball. From there, I went on to Alcorn State University, where I played 4 years of college baseball, also earning my bachelor and master's degree there.
Congratulations on that. It's
Thank
a big
you.
achievement. Where did you start out coaching? How did you get to Redan?
Well, I did. I was able to coach my last year at Alcorn State as a graduate assistant. When I graduated from Alcorn State, I came back home to Atlanta, Georgia. I did 1 year at City Grove, and the rest of my years have been at Redan High School.
Okay. Now, what made you decide coaching was the right path for you?
I just enjoy coaching, man. I enjoy working with the kids, teaching them the game. My dad was a coach, so I'm just a lifer, man, when it comes to coaching.
Did you kind of always know that baseball was always going to be the thing?
Yeah, pretty much. I played all sports when I was younger, but as I got into high school, baseball was pretty much the main sport for me, and I continued on through college and just ended up coming back and coaching high school baseball.
Okay. Ben, how did you and Coach Hardnett get on one another's radar? Do you remember?
I initially met Coach Hardnett during one of the summer games out in East Cobb, and we got to conversating about different players and some of the different teams that were playing out there. And my son Jamie was actually playing academy ball at the time. So Jamie had committed the summer before to Alabama State, and he said he wanted to play his senior year in high school. So with Coach Hardnett being over at Redan High School and Redan being such a rich tradition in high school baseball, I just started to go over there. To be able to get seen by some of the scouts that were actually going over to Redan and seeing some of the kids that were over there, I just thought it was a good situation for Jamie to attend Redan at the time.
Well, let's just go into Redan High School. It's a legendary program. You want to explain to the folks why it's a legendary program, Coach?
Yes, I've been at Redan for 23 years. This is my 23rd season at Redan High School. I've been fortunate to make it to 2 state finals. My first state finals appearance was in 2013, where we beat Marist High School, a real dominant program down here in Georgia. My second appearance, we made it in 2022. We ended up losing to Pike County in Game 3. But Redan, to me, man, it's a powerhouse because we have a lot of talent. It's rich and deep in tradition. The kids know we play a winning brand of baseball here at Redan, and I think our culture is real good at Redan High School, man.
Right, right. Along those lines. Now, Ben, your son wound up going to Redan and playing there last year. Uh, how did that process happen?
Well, my son was playing academy ball, and he had committed the summer before. So he decided he wanted to play his last year of high school baseball, and it just made sense for him to go to a school such as Redan, which Coach Hardnett and at the time Delvin Jordan was the head baseball coach, and Hardnett was there alongside him. So it just made sense for Jamie to actually to attend Redan because at that time he was already committed and he wanted to actually try to go into the draft out of high school. And Redan is known for getting kids drafted and going to these big time schools, and it just made sense. Jamie wanted to attend high school there and to finish his high school career playing at Redan, which is such a rich traditional school with baseball. So that's why he continued. That's why he wanted to go to Redan.
Right. Now, that's one of the ways you stay good, though, right? You have a reputation. Kids know that you play ball the right way, and that helps kids gravitate towards you. Other ways that you think help you guys maintain excellence. Because you're going through now, Coach Mack is your head coach now, right?
Yes, sir.
So in 23 years, how many head coaches have you worked with?
My first coach in 2000 was Coach Pruitt. The coach who came in after Coach Pruitt was Coach Patrick Wright. No, yes, Coach Patrick Wright. Then it was Coach Alexander Weiss, and now, like you said, it's Coach McNeely. So yeah, about four different coaches now.
Right, but the results have stayed strong.
Yeah, it hasn't been no drop off at Redan at all, man. We've kept it going strong. And I think a reason why we've been able to keep it going strong, like I said, is the culture. The kids gravitate to our program. They know we have put a lot of kids in the college, and I put a lot of kids in the minor and major leagues. My first player that got drafted for me was Chris Nelson in 2004. He got drafted by the Colorado Rockies. My second one was Dominique Brown in 2006, who got drafted by the Philadelphia Phillies. And I have a current pitcher who's pitching now for the Tampa Bay Devil Rays by the name of Taj Bradley, who graduated in 2018. So
Okay.
we have a rich tradition of putting guys in the league, man. And I just want to continue it and hope it keeps going.
Right. When you look at the I don't remember if it was the YouTube page or one of the other social media things that you guys had, it says thousands have gotten college scholarships, hundreds have made it to the big leagues from Redan High School. That also tells me the administration's all in because they're getting good head coaches to replace what winds up being a legendary head coach.
Yes, you got to have a good supporting system, man. We have a great support system. Administration has been great through the years that I have been there. My first administrator was Mr. McGrady. After Mr. McGrady, it was Coach Goodwin. After Coach Goodwin, it was Janice Boger, Miss Boger. And now our current principal is Miss Dotson, and she also does a great job, man, running the program, helping us keep the program intact.
Wow. I mean, that's multiple administrative heads.
Yes.
So when they come in there, they realize baseball's a big part of what we do at this school, and they continue to emphasize that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's not always the case. You know, sometimes you get principals. I don't want to say lucky. When I think about your path, right? And the fact that you've chosen to stay there for over 20 years, with all of this change going, it does, that's amazing because your commitment to these kids at this school must be very strong.
Yes, it is. Like I said, I really like working with the kids, man. It's just a passion for me. Like I said, we've created a standard at Redan and a legacy there at Redan, and we want to just keep it going, man. We have a saying that we use, and I just was talking to my kids the other day that we believe in state of bus. Whether we win the state championship or not, that's our goal coming into each and every season is to try to win the state championship, and our kids know that, and the expectation is very high at Redan High School.
100%. 100%. Ben, when Jamie was going to Redan, he wasn't just thinking about maybe I'll get drafted. He was realizing he might play for a state title too, right?
Yeah. One thing I can say about Coach Hardnett is he's very detailed. I think that's probably the only time I've gone to a high school and just watched a practice. When they would practice, everything is just detailed. It's broken down into stations. Coach Hardnett just runs a well-oiled, fine machine when it comes to practices, and I think that's one of the things that attracted me to Coach Hardnett, mostly because everything he does, it has a reason behind it. And just looking at him during games, how he continues to encourage the kids, how he demands respect from the kids. It goes a long ways. And Coach Hardnett is probably one of Jamie's favorite coaches, and he's probably one of my favorite coaches as well. I get a lot of things from him that I run through our program, when I run practices. So my hat's off to Coach Hardnett and the job that he's done at Redan High School over the years.
Right.
Thank you.
Right. Absolutely. I think that's a good spot to take a commercial on, folks. I apologize. Ben, you can't tell this, but your camera is pausing a little bit on my feed, but your audio's coming in clear, and what you're saying is important. So I don't want to stop you because I appreciate what's going on, and your audio's coming in perfectly clear. So we're going to get a commercial in real quick. We're going to come back and we're going to talk a little bit about scheduling, and then we're going to dive into the relationship between high schools and travel ball and things like that. Okay?
All right.
Okay.
All right. Are back. Thank you to Arden's Garden, Atlanta's premier spot for juices, smoothies, and plant-based foods. Thank you to our new sponsor, Towns, Davis and Associates LLC, attorneys at law, winning millions, fighting for justice for you. And of course, to Showcase Apparel, the fit for your team. Now, Coach Hardnett, let's talk a little. You said you wanted to talk a little bit about Jamie. Let's go ahead and do that.
Yes, Jamie, man. Jamie played real well for us last year. Jamie played first base and outfield for us last year. Jamie batted well over 300 for us last year, hitting our 4-hole for us. Jamie was a major reason why we was able to make it to the Elite Eight last year, even though we ended up losing to Appleton County in Game 3, 2-1. Jamie had an awesome season, man, and I wish nothing but the best for Jamie at Wallace Community College, and as he furthered his academic and baseball career, man. I wish Jamie nothing but the best. Like I said, he did an awesome job for us last year at Redan High School, man. I wish him all the best, all the luck in the world.
That's good. That's got to feel good, right, Ben?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure, man. And a lot of that I contribute to Coach Hardnett, and also Delvin Jordan at the time was at Redan High School.
Okay, good. Good. Now, Coach, it's got to be hard when you're as good as you guys are to find competition, both to get people to play you that don't have to in the area, and to play teams in your area that are on the same level as you are. Is that true?
Yeah. Each and every year we try to schedule a competitive schedule, because we know we're going to need that competitiveness when it comes down to the state playoff and advancing to the state playoffs. We try to take our kids out of town and try to expose them to other good programs and other good teams around the state. This year we went to Alabama, played 2 good teams in Alabama, and we went to New Orleans and played 2 great teams also down there in New Orleans, man, which was fine. Um, came out victorious in Alabama. We had 2 games down there we won, and we had 2 games in New Orleans that we won. Both, like I said, great programs and great teams with a lot of great kids, and we needed that work. So, it was good for our program, man. Real good.
Man, it feels good, doesn't it, to go down someplace and get somebody on their turf?
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so let's slide into talking. Oh, obviously fundraising is always an issue, and if you got to travel, that's got to be kind of hard. That's maybe one of the less positive things you got to deal with. Is that a constant grind?
Yeah, fundraising is tough, man. We don't have a lot of people that want to donate, or we don't have a lot of corporate sponsors, that give back to Redan. So we have to have our kids to go out and do like fundraisers and try to raise money, man. You need money in your program for the basic necessities. You got to have money. You need baseballs, helmets, tees, L screens, protective screens, stuff of that nature, just to even help run a good practice and have a good program, man. You need those things.
But the kids are active in going out and raising money.
Oh, yes, no doubt. We have to. Our kids have to get out there and raise some money, so we'll be able to travel and do the things we need to do.
Right, right. Well, that's another lesson they're learning, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, baseball teaches you life skills, man.
Mm-hmm. Everything.
Definitely.
Everything's a lesson in life. Right, right. Let's talk a little bit about the relationship with travel ball and high schools. I've had some private conversations with some coaches. They don't love travel ball, right? And when we talked, it was a little bit different. But some coaches, they worry that, we do things my way, not this way and that way. But you had a different angle on it. You want to talk about that?
Yeah. I love travel ball, man. Our kids have to play somewhere in the summertime. High school baseball is only 30 games for us in high school baseball, but in the summertime, if you playing major travel ball, your kids are playing 60 plus games. And I encourage my kids to get out and go play travel ball up. I have kids play with East Cobb, Team Elite, 643, even through Ben's organization. I just encourage my kids in the summertime to try to go out there and get at least 100 at bats and just try to play the game correct and try to improve on their skill set.
Right, right. Ben, you want to piggyback on that a little bit?
But as far as summer baseball, kids playing on the south side in meaningful tournaments, I think that's the best way to go, being that a lot of the kids aren't at traditional baseball schools on the south side of Atlanta. I think summer baseball is probably the best way for these kids to get seen, because a lot of the recruiters, a lot of the scouts aren't actually flocking to some of these schools here on the south side of Atlanta just because of the talent level. And such as Tamar Johnson, who was drafted in the 2022 class over at Mays High School. Scouts were flocking every game over at Mays, but some of these kids just aren't blessed to be in situations like that. And I think that a lot of these kids need to play in meaningful tournaments in some of these organizations to actually get seen, because if some of these kids are just playing in tournaments, in the 11th, 10th, 11th grade, it doesn't really make sense for them to be playing in tournaments just to be playing if they're trying to go to that next level. So I think it's very important for kids to play in programs that's trying to go to the next level, that are playing in meaningful tournaments to get that exposure.
Yeah, you told me one time that in the summertime, college coaches are able to recruit. Right now, if you're coaching at Georgia, Georgia State, Georgia Southern, you're in the middle of your season. You may not be able to drive around and go watch kids play high school ball, but in the summer, you can go do that, and it's more possible.
Yeah, correct. So, a lot of parents, they send these videos in to these coaches and things like that. But, nothing's like being, having to be able to see a kid live, to see a kid's approach at the plate, because a lot of times parents are going to send videos in where kids are just getting hits.
Right.
But, they don't send videos where kids are striking out or kids are looking at pitches. They're not going to send that. So coaches want to see all of that. They want to see the approach. They want to see how a kid's going to deal with adversity, after a strikeout, after an error, after a bad inning. They want to see those kind of things because they know the kid can play, but they want to see how a kid's going to respond after he's dealing with some adversity.
Right.
Yep, I agree.
Right. Now that's really that's what we're talking about in general on this show. We keep going back to the fundamental thing that makes baseball important for kids, and that's dealing with adversity. Coach, you want to get into some of that?
I think adversity is a big deal in baseball, man. Like Ben said, you have to be able to overcome. If you're not hitting well, you can't let it get to you. You can't stress out about it. You just got to put in the work, man, so you can get better. Baseball is 90% mental, 10% physical. I tell my kids that all the time, man. If you're 3 for 10 in baseball, that's considered good. You're hitting 300. But a lot of kids, they struggle with that. So just being you have to be patient in this game, man. You have to it takes a lot of work. You have to put in a lot of time and a lot of reps to be good at this game. So I think it's good to be able to deal with adversity, and you got to know how to handle adversity.
Right. Tell us, as we start to wrap this up, tell us a little bit again. You talked about playing baseball the right way, and that involves both what's happening on the field and at practice, but also in the classroom. Talk about that a little bit as we wrap up.
Yes, sir. To me, playing the game the right way is the meaning is on and off the field. On the field, you want to hustle everywhere you go. You want to do things the right way. You want to have good body language, like Ben was saying. You never know when people are watching you. You want to hustle on and off the field. In the classroom, also, you want to have good academic success in the classroom. To me, it goes hand in hand. If you're doing both of those things, I think you'll be successful.
Right. And what do you consider baseball the right way?
Just playing the game hard, man. I always teach my kids to grind. Like one of my slogans is the grind never stops. So you have to be able to grind it out, man. Just playing the game the right way, feeling good about yourself, feeling good about your swings, feeling good about your fielding, your throwing, and just playing the game the right way, man. Hustling, that's a real key component of that.
Right. Are you a run on the field, run off the field type guy?
Oh, yes, you got to be able to do that. We teach our outfield, you have 11 seconds to get off the field. Our infield have 6 seconds to get off the field, man. I don't play about that. It's just a standard at Redan that we do, man.
Right. But that's.
Coach, I thought it was.
Go ahead.
No, I said I thought it was 11-7. You done brought it down a notch.
We done trimmed it down to 6 now.
I got you.
That is great. Coach, thank you very much for giving us some of your time there. Ben, tell people how they can get in touch with you and order some Showcase apparel or join the Georgia Showcase baseball program.
My direct number is 678-469-5994. My email address is showcasebaseball.georgia, spelled out, @gmail.com. And my IG is showcase_baseballGA.
All right. Coach, you don't do the social media thing, do you?
No, I don't do the social media thing at all, man.
That's good. They want to come contact you, they need to come out to the field.
Yeah, or you can give me a call at 404-513-5088. That's the only way you'll be able to contact me.
All right. Good. Thank you, folks, for coming and for watching. Again, I apologize for a little bit of the video, but I do think that the audio was too good to stop everything and fiddle with because Ben was saying a lot of great things. I appreciate that. Coach, Thank you for coming over, man.
No problem, man. I appreciate you guys for having me, man.
All right, folks. Appreciate you watching.
Right.
Remember, like, subscribe to this YouTube channel because we need you to like and subscribe. And thank you for watching very much. Ben?
Thank you.
Awesome.